Well, it is another brand new day with another brand new edition of Economic Hour on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across the country. Today is Tuesday. At always Tuesdays, we bring you Economic Hour. This is a radio show sponsored and brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. On this program, we talk development. We place the spotlight on the business climate. We look at improvements in the public and the private sectors, the efforts businesses are making to improve the economy and all that. Also, the developmental efforts of the government to improve the overall economic situation in the country. But this morning, we are having in our studio as our special guest the CEO of the National Toiletries, what you call the tissue factory, located in Brenner Farm here in Painesville. Mr. FOMBA TRAWALLY is my guest on this special presentation of Economic Hour. This radio show is being relayed on OKFM in Monrovia, Classic FM in Kakata, Magibi County, Radio Banga and Super Bongis in Bangabong County, Radio Gompa in Nimba County, a host of other community radio stations across the country. We are taking a very short break. When we come back, we speak with Mr. TRAWALLY. Welcome back to Economic Hour on ELBC Radio. My name is Fafli Kamara. Mr. TRAWALLY, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning, Fafli, and good morning to my brothers and sisters in the radio land in Liberia.
Okay. I know you are very a fan of radio, especially ELBC, and I really appreciate the fact I want to call you last minute of time and you say, okay, Fafli, I will make it so that we can talk the business, the national toiletries, but overall the business climate of the country, especially during this election period.
Okay, first, and I said to you, thank Fafli, and as you already said, you called me last minute of time.
Yeah.
And I want you to have buried into your mind that the businessman doesn't have last minute of time. He just have the exchange of the transactions, because for us, we are like a military. We ready at all times when we know that we need to complete a certain mission. If we call out 2 hours before the time, that definitely that we have to be there, because that make you the successful businessman.
Wow.
And I think you also talk about today of your day. It is an economic day.
Yeah.
That people needs to be educated, has the economic loan, and how to maintain your business, and how to change $1 to $2.
Yeah.
So all of those things that I think he didn't make a mistake to call me. Sometimes it's a test into your economic request, because all of those things that make borrow the economic, because if you are leaving times 1 week, 1 month before you inform somebody and he didn't add to your request, so all that it also helps effect to the community or to the public at large.
Yeah, it wasn't a mistake to bring you on, because you have this many years of experience in business. But I just want to give you this opportunity to talk about the national toiletries. Sometimes, and what I want to do on this show sometimes is to not just get the news out of the people that we bring here, but to also educate people who are listening, how the people that have this passion for business, how they want to invest. They want to turn $5 to $10 and all that. So it's more of education while we're trying to get the news out of what the person will say, but it's more of education to the people who listening to us. So let's start with the national toiletries. You've been around for years now. I know you have that story that today uh, has made you to be where you are. So tell us how it all started.
Okay, I think we continue to explain the story to inspire the other people want to be like us or even more than us.
Mm.
And we will continue explain the story for over 100 years to come.
Yep.
And even if some of us are passed off, and because we continue trying to make us a booklet that to inspire the other people too, to know how to manage and the management terrain.
Yeah.
Okay, and many people will be wondering how and the business can become successful.
Yeah.
And many people think about is it about magic or it's about different way to do it. But for our own understanding or my understanding of the idea, as you said, I have been around for a very long time. Okay, and I started business a very little tone, and today we speak to the world leaders, we speak to the business world's people, and we also, even though we are still little, but we are at least we did that we understand the message.
Yeah.
Okay, for the national territory, I think we begin with the brand of Kumba Bean, and it is why the our brand bearing the vision of Kumba, and the national territory that becomes the name of the business.
Yeah.
and and we also have the passion that to even grow more than what we are now.
Wow.
Because we experience that indeed all our neighboring countries here, Sierra Leone, Guinea, like Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and you found out that they are the indigenous of this nation or the country that they have 75% of their own economic in their own hand. And what I mean by that, because the citizens own the business for themselves, and business speak the volume when it comes to the in terms of economic of the country.
Yeah.
Okay, and here we all will limit victims because we feel that the business is very difficult to make, but I can tell you for free, the business is easy to do it, and it's easy to be independent than to graduating to getting 2 to 3 degrees and you still have to work for the government.
Yeah.
And I believe that you just bringing a tartar to the same shoe, instead of you to cue the shoe, and you still bringing a mold problem to the shoe. For example, now we have a lot of graduation now going on from the grade school.
Yeah.
And you will find out that more than the thousands of students graduate from there. I think you're supposed to begin from right there as you graduate from high school, and what you want to be, and you should begin to do practical as it. And
why in high school?
Yeah, why you in high school, and going to college.
Yeah,
and
I agree with you because when I was in high school, I was practicing on Radio Banga.
Yeah.
So I already graduated with something doing.
And now today, and that will make you to be a veteran. Okay, if you want to become
maybe
and Minister of Finance, you want to become a very good banker, so you want to become a very lawyer or medical practitioner. I think from the high school day, you will be practicalize yourself in terms of the investment that was be done from the grade school to your high school, and that was money was paid. So that money can even constitute your own investment.
Yeah.
It could be you want to do the radio station, you want to build medicine, you can even build the hospital from that foundation.
So you say the difference between Liberia in terms of the business and how Liberians do business. The difference is in other countries like the Guinea, the Sierra Leone, the Ivory Coast around us,
and Ghana,
Nigeria, the citizens have ownership. They take ownership of the business.
Yes, of course. They take the ownership. That is what I'm trying to explain.
So in Liberia,
no, it's a foreigner. And how the foreigner go about to do it, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
And some of you are standing up to these foreigners, even though you people are small in number, but people like you people are standing up and making the competition.
Yeah, of course. We are making a competition, and we do things on our own way, or not on our way, in fact, because the only way that, because if you look at the risk of the competition, if they are in number of 75 or 85%, and even they say no, and you know very well that no is not correct, and you have to agree in order you to cross your river.
So, Mr.
Okay, but
Traore,
if you are like in Ghana, the decision make by the decision makers in the citizens of Ghana in terms of the business climate, because
yeah,
even if you bring a product into Ghana, and 75% Ghanaians go for it, and but not in the case of Liberia here. And those are the things that we need to also talk about, your economic follow in terms of, for the economy to be value of the community, it must to be prioritize your own meetings or your own product or your own value of your family members that they bring in product in. You should prioritize that first, I think, or whatever that you think that you are hearing on the people are not serious, they are not business minded. I think from that junction that they can now begin to become strong in the community.
Yeah. So what are efforts? I know you are a member of the Liberia Business Association, LIBA. What are efforts you business people, Liberian-owned businesses are doing to shift that gear from, instead of foreigners taking ownership or almost controlling the entire thing, you take the wheel now. You take control of that driver's seat.
Yeah,
what are efforts?
Yeah, roughly, I think for me, as former TRAWALLY, I had done a lot. As you said, I'm a member of Liberia Business Association, not only being member, but I'm on the leadership.
Okay.
I'm the vice president for Liberia Business Association. But before ascending to that seat, that I was member of the president of Concerned Liberia Business Association. And we do series of things. We engage government in a friendly manner, and which give birth to many of the Liberians today. And we also engage other foreign countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Ghana, and US, America, and China. Today, it may boast with 10% of successful Liberian business men and women here.
10%.
Yeah, 10%.
Okay.
That it should boast.
Where is the 80%?
That's what that we are waking up to now. Okay. This is what that we are waking up to now. So we able to have a series of workshop. We able to manage to include and share the view of what to our brothers and sisters. It goes to all over the country now, that you will see Liberians have their own store, they have their own businesses. Compared to the time that you were growing up, compared to that date and today is quite different. So that was done by Mr. Former TRAWALLY, and he always interact, in the business market, that we able to open an opportunity for people to go to China. That today you will see thousands of people have boast of going to China. If not going to be a corona or virus, we need to go more than 1,500 every month, from Liberia to China, and which has been a decade that people was not doing that.
Wow.
Now today, people need to bring product from America in a barrel, but today you can see people shipping containers, with product, not used car, no any other thing, not used clothes, but real cosmetic product and some other product from the US. People bringing that, and also people having meeting the business visa regular basis now, and that's what's not doing before. And that was one of our advocacies. We work closely to the US government on that. We engaged them, and we was denied so many times, and we said no. Look, if it to be offended to us, and to us to become strong members too, to get like your country, so you had to give them opportunity.
You have to be flexible.
So, and I think we said to them, think since 15 years now, they have been doing that very well for us. And if you look at the race today between China and America and any other very country now, it is very difficult for Liberian businessmen and women to be denied. And that's what done on our leadership as Kolimo, as former TRAWALLY, and in other members that make the thing to happen, and the government also did well.
Okay.
And open series of workshop for us and make us to be strong than what we are today.
Okay, so gradually, things will change, things will improve. It's just a matter of time. Now, Mr. Trawally, if you look at Liberia from your own experience, your years of doing business in the country, what are our advantages? This is what we have. This is what when we build on, we can become like the Ghana, like the Ivory Coast in terms of business, big businesses. And what are our problems, our difficulties?
Yeah, I think what problem is that first thing that we have to investing in a human capital to change the mind and attitude and the brain to brain to our brain, to be focused for what we're trying to engage, and that's the only way I believe that the economy will be valuable in this country. As we don't expect that for everything to be bread and butter, and like many communities do, I was said they will continue to believe cheaply in the government. So for me, I have serious problem with that, because government have his own settlement to do. And as a citizen, you also have your own area to take care. So you don't expect the government to do everything. As a human being, if you are engaged yourself or doing something from the started as a student from the grade school to the high school, and I think that alone can make you to be one of the good leaders. And but if we finish with the high school, we also still be swinging around for the college level, and while doing nothing. So it becomes a problem. So why in college it's supposed to be a man, a responsible man now, or women for your very self. So the only way my advice is that to change that narration, that to say, well, I had to finish with school, I had to finish with the college, then before I start applying job. And government will not be in position to deploy in every one of us in the community. Like for me, I'm on a very good opinion message person. So trust me, if I'm not going to go in a direction of the business, that could be another trouble to the government, because you're not going to close my opinions. So I'm going to be exercising my opinion. Just to take
Obviously, maybe you're going to be politician.
Yeah, of course, I'm going to be a politician. And the next thing going to be come to my mind, I want to become a representative, I want to become senator, I want to become president, I want to become the minister of finance. And it's like only one seat. And we have more than 5 million people. In each of this job, each of the higher seat, it is just only for one person. And now we are 5 million. So
but they say business people are politicians too.
Of course, I think the message I'm giving is almost closer to the politics. So we don't shy away from that, and because business bury everything. We are medical doctors, we are politicians, we are journalists, because we produce the message, we create the message, we bring things that you don't know, then we bring it and we act on it, and you love it.
Yeah.
So we are most valuable in the community than any other business and any other assignment, right?
Yeah.
That you should think about. Even the radio that we are speaking now, it was created by the business people. Even the government had to have the governor things. Okay, the same thing we have a CEO, we have an account section, we have finance section, we have everything. You see, so now we just leave it in the other way, that to give the gamble of authority to the government to supersede the power of an authority to make things straight. But in politics, yes, indeed, every businessman, even the businessman, that he's boo-boo, he doesn't speak, don't mind it. Yeah.
So, in essence, you're saying our advantage is that we have the environment created. It's just about taking advantage of the environment, the business environment created by the government, because the government cannot support everybody in business.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Government doesn't even have to do it. Yeah. There's the only thing that
maybe you just need protection from the
government. That's it. Like other country, like any other valuable country, you may think about, like Cote d'Ivoire. They are only focusing building the hospital, the roads, in the near things, and even that is paid for. It's not free. So I'm more like now here, like taxes collections. This is one of these weaknesses in Liberia, that we don't really prioritize taxes. Only the business people. Like in my business area, I'm the only one. But In places like Cote d'Ivoire, everybody, the homes pay taxes. Okay, every movement that they do, and that money will now develop the community. But you don't expect that just the money they're collecting from the business owner and that small meeting the country, it becomes a difficult. Sometimes I sit and I say, well, some people ask me why you don't want to run for representative or senator or any other seat that you meet. I said, I have a Nissan engine and the other people get Troy engine because I can't have the patience for it, because that's a thing that you have to put into place. If that's not that, for me, I'm not. You're not expecting me to go and do things that is not right.
Wow. In the near future, let's say 6 more years from now, what would change?
Where
I mean, in the business environment.
in reality, as the way we are proceeding, if we continue to proceed like that, I think things are changing gradually. Like for the business environment, the government has now showed the differences between the government and the businesses. And the government, to be honest, they have been, giving very good protection and very good respect to the business people. The business people, not a day to day, they have not been molested anymore, compared to the past before. And we have been given the opportunity to express our own opinions. So I believe that in the next 6 years, if we continue this movement, in the next 6 years, we could be like Ghana or Guinea or any other country, because I can see many Liberians are eager to do business. As I said, that 10%, because once we be wondering what you mean by 10%, and we have 100% in every percentage given.
And this is why we're asking for the 80%. You want to say the foreigners have, I mean, yeah, the 90% in the foreigners.
The foreigners have 90%.
Wow, that is a big.
It's a very big gap.
Yeah.
Okay, if you look at the food industry, in the Viton Belt, if you take a road from the bridge all the way to the port, you'll find out that their odds are different colors, Indians and the Lebanese. They own these businesses, and that's the that's Morovia right there. Okay, now if you look at Rayla, also almost the same 60% or 50%. And the only way that we give 10 or 15% because we have some of our brothers now, they are citizens of this country, they fly people, and they are very also doing well because they
the dual citizenship is
the
an
dual
advantage.
citizenship is an advantage that give all that almost like 10 to 15%. Now, if you come to water side, yes, indeed, the same old thing. I don't have to really explain one to one, but again, don't forget, you will see crewmen, you will see bassa men, you will see crewmen in this store, also in real life, and you will see also Madingo men and Gio men. Like go to Ganta. Ganta is almost dominating by the Gantians citizens.
Yeah.
Almost 60% of those market.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
but we're trying from there, and that's the only area that they really we are more powerful, in the community. Then
in Ganta,
in the 15 counties, Nimba, it is one of the most strong area that you'll find. Many typical Liberians are
owning
businesses in in terms of the percentage. Now you also go to Lofa in Foya, you will find out that 50% also is owned by that citizen on that side, and also is a little bit crowded. But other places, like go to Granji, there, go to Sano, you go to Grand Bassa, they also come back to the same way as Morovia. Okay,
the foreigners.
It come back to the same way as the Morovia, so it becomes a very difficult.
I'm very fascinated by the statistics you're giving, and you're painting a picture of how our business environment, where are the hotspots, the hotspots for foreigners, Liberian owned, and all that. I mean, this is the kind of education that we really appreciate. And somebody, one of our friends, Joe Benson, is saying is really appreciating you for the insight you're giving in the business environment. Now, with the wide gap, does that have anything to do with the economy? Our contribution to the economy? Yeah, okay, let's say today all of the foreign business people leave. They close down.
Yeah, okay.
The economy break down.
Yeah, it will be a very disaster to us, and which we are.
So that's the
go to work.
disadvantage.
Okay, for me, for my own analysis, that gap bring power into our politics. So that's how I feel. Okay, because for me, you're going to hold me responsible to just be on the street at this time when I'm busy doing something to the factory. As I said, like me, I'm a very good opinion leader, right? Now, if I'm not going to be doing something, I'm going to be in politics and going to be harming another person's seat. So we need to work out that to really bring people on board, to bring people in the business climate. Then it will.
So the political field is crowded.
The political field is 100%, but I can say it's 200%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there are people who are politicians, but they have very good business mindset. So what are they doing there? They should do business.
Yeah, they should really be doing business, and they will have a very good moral respect. They also have their leaders. They are leaders. Like any of the leaders that sit here now today, that if the business community want to see them, I think we open our arm to see the business community, and I think that's what everybody needs. So, like now today, you follow that they are very good people. Now today, you can see how they play with a human being. Okay, the way you can see them put the card, you see the way they dance with a human being. So I feel wondering that people love each other in this country. We're not harmful to each other, but just an implement that make us to be what we are today. If we choose that ship to another way, I think we all will enjoy. The leadership come and go, but your own independent ship, I start trading the business since 1980, and up to today, I'm still independent. Okay, they should tell you that start my business with $20.
Is there a reason for being independent as a business person?
Of course,
you said that you don't want to harm your business because you don't know where it goes.
It's not about I don't want to harm my business, but it's about I'm praying every day that people will know me like me, that to give the ship to our nation, to give the opportunity to the innocent people that do not have no idea, because God will not make everybody to become the same. So that's his own happiness. Okay, so you are now becomes to be one of these opinion message leaders that you should create an environment. It cannot just shape it to say, well, this is a medical doctor or this is a medical hospital. So therefore, we should just put all the dumb part into the medical sector. So it will be harming your very self. So that come back to the politics. Okay, that come back to it's a name that we shall have election every year or every time to come. Okay, but that's a name that the environment to be strong. Like when Corona came the other day. When Corona was here, we have a very disappointment. I have to go to La Côte d'Ivoire for hand sanitizer. La Côte d'Ivoire closed it. They say it was a law by the president that the hand sanitizer cannot leave the country.
Wow.
So where we don't have the hand sanitizer here,
because there was no factory.
There was not a factory to make the hand sanitizer, and those are the very common idea to do it. It don't cost you.
And now you're doing it.
It's not cost you.
You're doing it now?
I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it maybe in the next.
No, you should do it.
Yeah, I will do it.
Because
I'm not doing a hand soap.
You should get jealous for the fact.
Of course. Because I know I send communication to even at the end of the day, I'm able to gather because I do business with Côte d'Ivoire and I have a very good connections with the executives there, and they were able to understand. Look, when we're laughing, we're together. Why we're crying, then you want to treat me away? So, and that too joke, they were able to facilitate, fuse to come, and that's why they could see it in a community. So, I don't care how I want to be jealous, but I cannot do everything. I'm just bringing
You
this thing
cannot
up.
do everything, or you don't have the capacity to do.
That's another
Not
thing that is
right now. You
getting the
don't.
capacity. That's another thing. But no matter why, money is not something like that you're going to lay hand up.
Mm.
No, anybody said that to you, Fafle, they're making mistake. No one going to lay hand to money. But you know why? You have the right, or you have the chance, you have the passion, you have the point to start something. Because everybody said, I don't have money, nobody helping me, no family member helping me, government not helping. Well, the only thing is to cry on the government to prioritize your business, to give you contract.
Mm-hmm.
To give you contract. All that laws have been building like Cote d'Ivoire. It's have been avoidance. The way people work under the avoidance. All of the tunnels, all of the BB building. Like right now, they are building 40-story building. They get a contract to avoidance. But the way people work there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the government that that's the area that we engage the government with. That's the government responsibility there. All of the federal road that we are building, the local highway, that contract supposed to be given to Liberian. Yes, that advocacy that Liberian Business Association should do. And the word I'm giving the message right now, that those are the things that the construction, the home, okay, it doesn't mean that we can't do the better.
All you need to do is to manage what they give you. Manage the contract, do the work
no,
properly.
It's a law there. It's a law there. It have to make the gamble of the law. And that's the only way the people can be strict. Management, no one can manage the terrain. But you know what? Like Cote d'Ivoire, what it did, and on the public radio right now, and it went viral. People in Cote d'Ivoire listening to it. But I say, look, I'll give you the contract as a vote. But the first group of people mismanaged, they will tell the story. Yeah, the executive consultation right there. It go to jail. It go to jail. Okay, now if you now do that sample for 2 to 3 times, trust me, even the power test right now, I think have been minimized at least for 30 to 40%. It was hard. Everybody was doing it. Everybody, people that you don't even expect them to go closer, they were part of it. Yeah, but now we said thank to the LEC and management with Mrs.
So
that's just a common sense. That's just common understanding. It don't need to go to scientists on the 50 or 15 sky to come back and give you the result. Okay, the LEC, the power test, give for the answer. So if you give the contract to a man and he failed to do the contract,
if I just sign the agreement, it have been the agreement.
Yeah,
it should be public.
Yeah, it can give Liberian man 100 millions. It's a Liberian money in the country. The Liberian money in the country, the 15 million, but the budgets are being analyzed at Ministry of Finance. And not Ghana, man. And he managing it.
So what have you personally learned from foreign business people in this country in terms of maybe the mindset, the way they
number one, the foreign business people, because of the law, the country, the country that they're coming from, the law is being very respected, and that's what. Therefore, when they come, they also know. Even that two kind of the foreigner we have. We have the West color, that wherever you're coming from, Egypt, even it being in Africa, Lebanon. But I say Lebanon, but it's white color. Yeah. Then we also have West Africans, partners or foreigners, whatever the case may be. Those two people, it's a two different thing right there. The other color of black, they have a little bit brave to go against whatever that they may do. But the other people, this little bit, because as soon one did it, it go in virus. They don't get me wrong, they got wicked and they got bad people among them. Okay, but it's a little bit, the risk is a little bit down.
They have a little bit of fear.
Yeah, a little bit of fear. Then therefore, many of our brothers, government begin to have prioritize them. But in that area, government making mistake. Don't do that. Don't prioritize them. They came to look for it. So we are also here, we're looking for it. And no one leaving from here to go to their country to look for it. They will not give you the priorities that they are giving to the people. So if government had to give any Liberians, move them hard. If we need to amend the constitution, or is a need to do the executives amendment constitution that prior to my contract, you the executive have the contract, so you have the way to prepare the contract the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so now they see where people we can't go or tap them. It can be somebody from Italy, it can be somebody from everywhere. All right, it can be somebody everywhere. It can manage it, but they just have to respect the law.
Yeah, and even if the company will be it will be a joint, joint venture, something. The librarian man should be the head.
It's not have to be the joint venture. It can be you give it to national territory, for example, that their contract have been given to national territory.
No, I mean the establishment of the company.
No, the establishment of the company can be Mr. FOMBA TRAWALLY. In other words, Mr. FOMBA TRAWALLY established the company. He got his CEO. He got he.
Then the people work on him.
Of course, because it cannot go, because many of those material you cannot provide them.
Yeah, with that, the percentage of librarian ownership will
grow up.
Yeah,
and also librarian will become very strong. So that CEO, that man that signed the contract, if he's mismanaged the contract, because you will be looking at the contract again like the way you are putting a touchlight in a darkening walking. Because if anywhere you don't see it, you don't going to go farther than that. So what you can see in the darkness with your touchlight, and that's where you go. So for that reason, that if you get a contract to Mr. TRAWALLY, that you are looking at it as ego, having an understanding that for 100 or more years, you are not to take part in the kind of a project. So your fear is that every contract that you have been given to librarians have been failed. So you are coming out another way around to empower them. So you have to be part. You don't have to be weak. Okay. So as soon as they make a mistake, the same way you do the power theft. But that power theft, I really enjoy it. So I said, but then why librarian people are joking? The government are joking. That they are not making our business to be. Like, for example, you say, okay, Mr. TRAWALLY, let's talk, as you said, let's talk a little bit about national territory. Okay, Mr. TRAWALLY, okay, we have all of the school in the Republic of Liberia. He's facing the tissue right here. So from today, we are giving you the tissue contract. And that tissue contract may be 100,000 or 1 million or 5 million. You're not stopping any importation from outside world, but you have the processing power.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that,
so
with that, in fact, there are some contracts that will force you to upgrade your capacity.
Yes. So that in that way, you were able to grow. You were able to do something. But we have been around for more than 10 years. Some will ask, do you able to supply the whole library market? I say, close down all the tissue. They come and sign contract with me. If I serve for 10 minutes, then every offers are made for 10 years. Let go free. I have planned for more than 50 years to come. Yes, of course. He called me yesterday. I'm here. And from here, I'm going somewhere. Not only you, people call me. As soon as you come already, I'm laughing and I smile and tell you what I can do. If I can, as I can. If I can say yes, I can do it.
Wow.
But with a few schools that are prioritizing
what are the strategic? And one thing that I think is happening is, librarians we yet to know the kind of business to do. First of all, you have to know what you're good at, because I can be a computer scientist.
What you are saying, and those are where we come from as a
so toiletries, was it something that you knew this is your?
There was a what growth me off fast when I came from the wars in Gambia, and I look around that everybody at that time we had greater library and we had small library, and we were in small library. We had to say most of the field or most of the country.
Yeah.
And every nowadays, people's walk-ins, they don't have no slippers. So I told her why that I think I can join. I think that's where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You must know the terrorist management. You know what people need.
Yeah.
For example, you are in journalism.
And which way you will do that?
You are in journalism field. So everything's about computer and any equipment. You have the idea on it. And that market, you know it more than any other person. So if I want to do that kind of a business, I should be able to link with you, and you should be able to give me the open minds on that. Then at least, because you can't just buy things that because you want to buy, and that group me off fast. Then another thing that I see, the people, Liberian people are so decent. So prior to the war, we used to use newspaper at the government toilet. We used to use newspaper at government toilet. And tissue was coming. Sometimes people bring it from the barrel. Then I said, well, first thing I did, I ordered tissue from China, 4 containers, and successfully it was going. And at the time that I will prioritize somebody product, and I think the person was happy with it. And
Because you earlier said something about brand.
yeah, so and because normally we don't do it, but at the time that the government forced everybody to buy tissue, to carry specifically tissue at school, which was lovely tissue.
Yep.
And in that tissue that went on virus, every homes you go, people were buying it.
Yep.
Okay, and I start calculating what can I do, and I can't continue to look me as a retail sale person. So that means my value was dropped. So I had to add off on my value. So and that's how I make research
and live up to the demand.
Yeah, I make research for 1.5 years. I don't just go into the toiletry. I made 1.5 years. I made series of research. I made research on slipper. I made research on tissue. I made research on soap. Many things that I may not able
everything
to
about
remember.
sanitation.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I grabbed the tissue, and thank God today, we have the market. Market share maybe 30 to 40%. You go everywhere, every supermarket or every corner, you will see Kumba brand. It's still tinting. You either see the table napkin, or you either see the big tissue that you can see on the street, or you see toiletry.
So even though you producing the tissues here, but there are still people are still importing.
Of course, people are still importing, which we don't have problem with that.
Yeah, but can you feed the entire country with tissue?
I think I just coming for seeing that. So people ask that question. I can feed Liberia, I can feed Sierra Leone, I can feed Guinea, even like Cote d'Ivoire. Business is very simple, Vafale. Just like now, your message is going everywhere. You get sitting in one place, but your message is going almost across the country. You're going in some part of Guinea, some part of Africa now. People listen to it. They just how the business looking. It's very simple. It's not just how you understand your terrain, just how you feel like the journalist is something like it's a bread and butter to you, and that's how we look at it. So if the opportunity be given to us, like for example, they just decide to say, look, all of the school
the population is growing. I mean, we should focus something.
We just a 5 million, just a 500 human being. We're talking about we're looking for 100,000 human being, 200,000 human being, 200 million. Okay, so this population is like very small, very, 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 very small for our production. Very small. I'll take that for free. Very, very small. Because certain machine that we want to bring, we can't bring it. It will get you a waste of money, a waste of energy. Yes, just a waste of money, a waste of
energy. So the one you have is what you have to supply the market.
Yes, and the markets are not eating it. They're not eating it
because people are importing.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, we need to discourage the importation.
Yeah,
they pressure you to supply.
Yeah, the only way we can discourage the importation, you should buy from me. The Liberian man always like foreign things. It's the only country that they don't really prioritize their own product, their own flair.
So are you saying that
you see people like wearing their flair? Like me, I love my flair, because especially I was born on Friday, so I'm more lovely on my flair than any other thing. So like even the tissue is branded with the flair.
Mr. Trawally, are you saying that government? Are you recommending government
100%
to ban the importation of tissue and leave the tissue business with you?
That's what if they ban the tissue
importation,
because tissue is not something that to import it. It takes volume on nothing in the container. It takes volume on nothing in the container.
It's not heavy.
It's not heavy, and as soon as you put some money there, it occupies the space of the 3.5. Because you're doing 10-20 container, then all of the things that come. But if you want to do it, open the factory. Many of them come, to Ministry of Commerce. They want to open a tissue factory. They want to do this. At the end of the day, they start importing. So which is wrong? In Ghana now, no importation for tissue.
Now, let me ask you quickly before we take off. How is the business climate during this election?
Well, the business climate during the election is that is not in the way of our line too much, but it's ongoing, because if we are going all the time, it's still hard to get one piece of tissue. But the market right now is a printer. It's the people that are doing the printing, and this is some of the area now that we should be talking about also. Now, people go to China to print t-shirt or to buy t-shirt. You are building that man home, and you are destroying your own home. So all of the politicians should print and do all of the business here. It is very important. So if the bank can finance that kind of a program, because this is a huge market is for business. When the elections take place, presidential elections, legislative election, so this is a huge money. That's a 90% will here, or 85%, because no matter why, it still has to bring some product from outside. You have to bring car, motorbike. Even if this money is remaining here, in the 10 future, we can produce car here. In the 10 future, we can produce motorbike. Like Ghana doing it now, Nigeria doing it now. So why not bring into it? But the small population we have, and the election that are going on now, that every candidate, even independent candidate, they're spending money. Some of them going to Ghana to print. Some of them go to China to print. What's the difference? Why you cannot do it here? It's just a future.
But I think it's just about bringing the machines.
But why? Just why would some say is here? If you don't invest into your own local economy, you don't expect anybody to come and invest inside.
Wow. Anyway, you're listening to Economic Hour on ELBC Radio. My name is Fafik Kamara. My guest this morning is Mr. FOMBA TRAWALLY. He is the CEO of the National Toiletries Incorporated, what you call the tissue factory in Bernard Farm, Pinsville. He's been my guest, and we're talking about the business environment, showing light on how the business climate is in Liberia. You can call us now on 0800514-096, 0800514-096, or 0770581-1886, 0770581-1886, 0800514-096, and be live on Economic Hour right here. We're also live on OKFM, Classic FM in Kakata, Magibi County, Radio Banga, Super Bongis, Radio Gompa in Nimba. Let's hear from this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. What's the name?
Good morning to our vice president and CEO of the Liberian Business Community. One of my role models. My name is Dominic Nimler. I'm the chair on trade and commerce at the Liberian Business Association.
Yeah, go ahead.
He have nailed the hammer on the nail. He said it all. The first thing in Liberian business lifespan is we have to promote each other. We jump over each other and go back on other people's. It's wrong. We need to change that mindset. Okay. You will not see the Lebanese man, the Indian or the Chinese leaving the his or her brother and coming back to you, the Liberian man. You never see it. Okay. So we'll be saying something to our brothers. No, we said the Indian, the Lebanese, Indian, and Chinese said we jump over us and go back on another person. There is nobody that's going to be like Liberian. Most people make a profit, they take it. You know, and after this, say, oh, species that the business will make the money and putting us to get care before they give a foreign business just 75% purchase power, they get like business 25% purchase, or where they told me to be. So this is our problem, so we can change it. That we're not going anywhere, we keep playing around in one cycle, we need to love Liberia, do Liberia promote each other, government need to think like own businesses.
Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Morning. Morning. Yeah, quickly, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I want to know is the issue
okay, you will respond to that, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What's the name? Quickly, 30 seconds.
Sure, Mark Wilson from Pinsville, and let me say thank you to Mr. FOMBA TRAWALLY. Actually, any country that does not control its economy, that country is really not a country. So, Mr. TRAWALLY has actually laid the basis. In the past, we talked about the liberalization policy. We really did not do that well with it. But like you squarely put it, there are very simple ways we can go to other countries near us here, look at the experience, look at the policies and things, and build a something like that. We cannot be a country until our citizens have a key stake, have control over the economy. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Okay, this is Ed Lawrence calling you from the second
Yeah, Lawrence, quickly.
Let me just appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, we always tell our citizens fire our economy when we see things happening. Yes, they could have one to try the sound of economy because we don't know the economy they want to talk about. But the one we are seeing to see light today committed, you see the city hall, the prayer they say. You know how we believe about our economy.
Okay.
But we don't believe in the government one thing. Look at the appointment, but we are not do no mistake because they do the basic development.
Okay.
Therefore, they should continue so that the economy move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take one more call and go back to morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Friday. Good morning to you again, Mr. Twali.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
I'm with more from about the community that we are seeing in the lab of this. We give to our own people here to sell, and then we stop it. We'll be importing, then we'll see the people will maybe so somehow. I know we like it is all to the rubber or the keep
Okay.
to pull the business. So I want to tell you.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, you listen to the course commendations, but one other concern: are you producing the tissues here, or you producing in Ivory Coast?
Well, we're producing a tissue right here in Liberia, Bonafont, Pinsville, and I think let me look at the back there. You will see the whole entire address on the tissue.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be produced there and it
No, in fact, it's a law. It's a law in any country, like especially in like Cote d'Ivoire. Anything that you produce there, and that should be made in that particular country. There is a very strong law. If they find anyone attempts into your containers or truck, you're going to lose all that product.
Okay. So one other question before you leave: are you supporting a specific presidential candidate in this election?
Well, it will be difficult for someone to say no or somebody to say yes. As a business person, we are truly mother. You are here to support everybody. As you said, as you see it being, my strength is that to reduce the politics and come to business. Okay. So that's my message. Okay.
You may be supporting somebody.
If I supporting somebody, that is my own message on my own will, and that's another way that I can engage that to support that different from the coming. Then if I come back on it, how I lay the foundation that indeed I want for people to graduate and leave the politics to come to the business.
Yeah.
Then I come already to say where I'm supporting powerfully that would be district number 2 Kennedy. Then I contradicting myself right there. So therefore we just leave that and jump over that. And I continue to encourage my brothers and sisters that we need more people to join in our fee. Our fee is the best fee more than any other things.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. TRAWALLY.
Thank you so much, Wilfred.
Well, he's the CEO of the National Toiletries, the tissues factory here in Painesville. He's been my guest on